Hi everybody, it's Andrea and Heather again.
Hi guys.
And we were driving around because we'd been showing some houses, and we were thinking, there's so many great houses right now, and some people just aren't ready to buy, or they can't buy. So maybe credit isn't quite there, or just where they want to be financially is not quite there. So we have a great program that we are realtors for. And it's a company that we represent, and they're called Home Partners of America. And what they do is, they have an application process, but what they do is they will buy the house for you, and you will basically be their tenant for at least a year. So you're paying them a predetermined rental amount. You're locked in at a purchase price that you will eventually be able to buy the house for. It's just a great program to get in the house you want, but not necessarily be able to purchase it right away. And they're pretty good on their guidelines for this. So we've helped a few people get into a house in a city that they didn't think that they could buy in yet, because they just didn't have the finances quite yet, or they didn't have the credit, or for numerous different reasons. So I wanted to kind of go over some of the guidelines, and then what you'd want to do if this sounded like something that you were interested in was just get in contact with us, private message us, email us. So one of the big things is it has to be a city that they will represent, and the way they figure that is by high school population. So a lot of the Willamette Valley is a part. Tigard, Tualatin, Sherwood, Newburgh, McMinnville, Oregon City, you name it in this area would probably work. You probably couldn't say you wanted to buy a house in Gaston and that's where you wanted to live, just because it's just not big enough population. But the bigger cities, yes. And then what we do is we do an application process with them. One of their big things is you need to have 2 months of rent in a savings account, just so that they can see that you have that there for deposit purposes. You need to have at least a 550 credit score. A couple of the other things are you can't be in default in a current lease. You can't have more than 3 pets equaling 180 pounds. So you can't have a horse. They're not going to buy a horse property. You cannot have a home business that you're going to run out of the house. They just won't buy a house that you're going to run out of your house, a business out of your house. Sorry. But this is just a great program. It helped so many people, and you're locked in at a price. So the way housing is going now,
right, it's a good option.
I mean, you can get in a house that you want, that you're going to be ready to purchase in a year, and buy it at the price that it was when you got into it.
Yeah. So instead of renting and knowing you're gonna have to move in a year or two, know that you're getting into your forever home, but you just maybe aren't ready to pull the plug and purchase it. So it kind of gives you a path to your future a little bit.
Yep. So one of the other big things is you only have to make $50,000 a year, which is great. So there's not a huge salary situation that you have to deal with, but we can give you all that kind of information. We can meet with you. We can sit down and really go over the application process. So if this sounds like something you'd be interested in, hair's going a little crazy here, Heather. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, something where you could get into the home of your dreams right now and buy it later, please let us know. We're happy to help. So Home Partners of America, Andrea and Heather, we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.